In this lesson, we'll be discussing simplifying algebraic expressions. A variable is a symbol used to represent a number. A combination of operations on variables and numbers is called an algebraic expression or simply an expression. The following are examples of algebraic expressions. 4x to the third, negative 7n plus 9, 8a plus bc minus 2. A term is a number or a product of a number and variable raised to some power. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction. Let's identify the terms in each of the following algebraic expressions. 4x to the third. Since there is not an addition or subtraction symbol, there is only one term. In the next example, we do see an addition sign. That tells us we have more than one term. In fact, we have two terms, negative 7n and positive 9. In the third example, we have both an addition and a subtraction symbol. This gives us 3 terms. A term that is only a number is called a constant term or simply a constant. A term that contains a variable is called a variable term. The number factor of a variable term is called the numerical coefficient. Let's identify the numerical coefficients of each of the following terms. 4x to the third. We've already identified that this is a single term. It is a variable term, since we see a variable. Therefore, we should have one coefficient. That one coefficient is 4. In the next example, we see a fraction, but no addition or subtraction symbols. There's one term here, therefore there should be one numerical coefficient. We can rewrite the numerator as 2 times y to the 6th and the denominator as 3 times 1. Using the rule for multiplying fractions backwards, we can split this up into 2 separate fractions. 2/3 times 6y to the 6th over 1. Y to the 6th over 1 can be simplified to just y to the 6th, which gives us 2/3 times y to the 6th. The coefficient is the number factor, and the number we're multiplying by is 2/3. In our next example, we've already seen that this is 2 terms. Each term that is a variable term will have a coefficient. Positive 9 is not a variable term. Therefore, this term will not have a coefficient to it. Only negative 7n will have a coefficient. The number we're multiplying by is negative 7. That's our coefficient. In our fourth example, we see that we have 3 terms. The last term, however, is not a variable term, so it does not have a coefficient. The coefficient for our first term is 8. In the next term, we don't explicitly see a number in front. When there isn't a number written in front, there's like an invisible 1 there. The coefficient of that term is positive 1.